What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Before we get started, guys, would really appreciate if you'll smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We are very close to 3,000 subscribers. Really means a lot to me, you guys, for everyone that's supported this channel. Always try to do something special for you guys. So when we get to 3,000, gonna do something else for you guys. But I wanted to talk about something different. I know everybody's looking at what's going on with the Heat right now is bad times, and I'm there with you guys. We're 24-23. We're tied for the 8th seed. We're basically Groundhog's Day right now. We're in the same scenario we were at last year. It's hella annoying. It's super mid. But I want to give you guys a bright side because I'm there with you, Heat fans. I know how tough it is right now. So my job is to keep you guys as positive as possible. And what's the positivity? It's only halfway through the season. The Heat can turn it around. Now, whether that's changing the team, whether that's getting this team better together, whether it's a spark, there's a lot of different things that the team can do. But I'm noticing a lot of Heat channels, what they're doing today, they're talking about trade ideas. A lot of people are talking about different trade ideas. Nothing really is going on. There's no real rumors that are going on with the Heat. So I wanted to give you something a little bit different here. It's what I try to do. So what's different? Something factual. I'm going to give you guys options in the buyout market because the buyout's going to come after next week. That's when the trade deadline's done in February 8th. After that, look for players to get bought out. So I want to talk about a few guys who I feel can help this team. Now look, these are not guys that are going to win us an NBA championship. But we know what we're missing on this team. Size. We need that. We need an upgrade. We need someone to plug it in the starting power forward position to help Bam Adebayo. Because what we're doing is not working. Now look, it may not be working for now. It may change later on, but teams are getting bigger. You got to match that. My opinion. So I'm going to give a few guys who I feel in the buyout market that can maybe help the Heat. Now I'm not going to talk about guards. This is strictly power forwards or centers, guys that can help us out. I want to talk about a few players. Now, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to Jaime Jaquez Jr. I'm sure you guys saw, but he got selected to the rookie/sophomores game in the All-Star weekend. So good for him. Reserves for the All-Star game comes out on Thursday. I definitely feel that Bam Adebayo should be an All-Star. But even with the way the Heat have been playing lately, he's had a pretty decent season. Very good, not decent, very, very awesome season. Even though the Heat have not been winning a lot of games, you still got to give Bam Adebayo for doing a great job this year. We went through a lot of stretches where we didn't have Tyler and Jimmy, and Bam held it down for this roster. Even though he's not playing that great right now, I still give Bam Adebayo the All-Star nod. I don't know what you guys think. That's it. We're not really producing any All-Stars. You can make an argument for Tyler Hero. I don't really think so this year. Jimmy Butler, no. This season, Jimmy Butler, he really hasn't been doing it. Even though Jimmy has coasted through seasons, even last year, he had a pretty awesome season when he did play. This year, he's not really as aggressive. Maybe it's because of age. Maybe it's because he's saving himself for the playoffs. It could be a lot of different factors. But we just need a spark, man. I feel like this Miami Heat roster needs a jolt. So I think some of these players in the buyout market can provide that jolt. Now I'm going to talk about two players that I've discussed before, so I'm not going to mention them very much. And then I'm going to mention another two players after that. The first player, Gordon Hayward. We've heard this name come up so much. Gordon Hayward, in the Charlotte Hornets, he's not playing right now. It looks like that Charlotte's still trying to shop him for a trade. I don't think it's going to happen. When you know a player is going to be dealt as a possible buyout, who's in the last year of his contract, really you're not going to get anything from a team. I think what teams are really waiting for is for him to get bought out. So that may happen. When he gets bought out, he's going to be the prettiest girl in the dance. Because after the trade deadline, that's what happens. He's a guy that's 6'7", 6'8". He can play the power forward, small forward position. He's averaging 14.5 points, almost 5 rebounds, almost 5 assists, 46% for the field. He can hit the three. This is a guy that gives you a jolt in the offense. And the Miami Heat will be able to offer him more than the minimum contract after the buyout market. Miami's in the state of Florida. No state income taxes. It can appease to Gordon Hayward. He's not the 7-foot center that we're looking for. He's not the big guy, but he does give you more size than Haywood Highsmith and Caleb Martin. He can score the ball. He can create on his own. I think Gordon Hayward is someone to look at if he becomes available. Another name I'm going to throw at you guys, and I know I'm probably going to get a hell no. I get it, Heat fans, but hear me out really quick. PJ Tucker. And why do I say PJ Tucker? First and foremost, he's not playing right now with the Los Angeles Clippers. It's for a reason. I get that. But let's say you don't get Gordon Hayward. What do you need on this roster? You need toughness. You need a guy who's going to call out players. You need a guy who's going to make players bust their ass. We saw what Udonis Haslem brought to this roster, and he didn't basically play. PJ Tucker provides that toughness. He has a relationship with Bam and Jimmy. I personally am not a fan of PJ Tucker. I don't want him on the team. But when I thought of that aspect, I'm like, okay, maybe you can use him. Maybe he gives a jolt to the roster. He helps the guys in the practice. I'm not a fan, but I'm wondering what you guys think. So Gordon Hayward and PJ Tucker, two names that I've mentioned before. Quickly talk about them again. If it's me, obviously, I prefer Gordon Hayward. Now, two names that I haven't really talked about so much. The first name I'm going to throw at you guys, Bismack Biyombo. It was reported earlier today in the Athletic that the Memphis Grizzlies may be looking to possibly buy out Bismack Biyombo. Bismack Biyombo is not a sexy name. I get it. Heat fans look at Bismack Biyombo. I'm like, what? But let me tell you what Bismack Biyombo does. He grabs rebounds. He's a badass down in the paint. He grabs offensive rebounds. He's great at putbacks. He's great in defense. He can help a guy like Bam Adebayo. He can come off the bench for Bam Adebayo. In some matchups, if you want to start Kevin Love with Bam Adebayo, give a little bit more size. Bismack Biyombo's about 6'9", 6'10", 250 pounds. He gives you a bigger body, more toughness. He's not a guy who's going to average 20 to 30 points, but the Heat don't need that. They need a guy who's going to crash the boards. Because a lot of these games, when I'm seeing Bam Adebayo covering guys in the wings and they take a shot, if it's not Bam down there, we're not getting the rebound. You need a guy down there who's going to help Bam. Bismack Biyombo could do that. He hustles. He's 31 years old. He's in his prime. Why the hell not if he becomes available? I'm just saying. He's not a three-point shooter. I get that, but who cares? He's a guy that gives you what you need. Size, rebound, and presence, besides Bam Adebayo. I'm not saying you start him. Maybe you can, but it limits you offensively. But it's a guy you can bring off the bench. Maybe think about starting Kevin Love. Maybe that works. Who knows? Another name I'm going to throw at you guys. Now, this is a guy who has more offensive presence. Danilo Gallinari. Danilo Gallinari in the Washington Wizards right now averaging 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, 33% from the three-point line. Not his best shooting season. He career hovers around 36 to 38%. You put him on the Miami Heat roster, 6'10", spaces the floor next to Bam Adebayo. He's not known for his defense, not like Bismack Biyombo, but he's known for his offense. He has his size. He can get rebounds. This is another guy that the Miami Heat can possibly look at. Now look, guys, these are not the sexiest names. I get that. These are not somebody that you get and that, oh my God, they make you an instant contender. But these are some guys that you can add to your roster and they can get you over that hump. They can add that spark. They can add that lightning rod that you need to give you momentum. So I don't want to talk about possibilities for trades because we don't know what's happening right now. The Miami Heat made a trade. They traded Kyle Lowry for Terry Rozier. And what we're noticing right now after trading Kyle Lowry, it's not really working. We all blame Kyle Lowry, but what we forgot was what Kyle Lowry brought to the table. What Kyle Lowry did for Tyler Hero, allowing him to space the floor and be himself. Terry Rozier plays like Tyler Hero. Terry Rozier works on this team. If Tyler Hero wasn't on the team. I'm telling you guys right now, if Tyler Hero injures an ankle again and he's out for 5 to 6 games, Terry Rozier will blow up. Terry Rozier maybe was not what Tyler Hero didn't need next to him. Eric Spoelstra feels like it's going to work. So I'm going to trust in Spo. But from what I'm seeing, losing 4 straight with Rozier, it doesn't seem to work with them in the backcourt. However, I'm not saying that trading Kyle Lowry was a bad idea. We had to do it. We understand we weren't getting good production from Lowry. We made a deep pass, man. We just don't know if we hit or not yet. We still got time to figure it out. But these are 4 players that I feel like that we can get you guys that can help us. Help us make that shift. So let me know in the comments, who do you think would be the best option for the Miami Heat as a buyout option? Or maybe there's somebody else you feel in the buyout market that he can get that would really help us right now. So let me know in the comments what you think, you guys. Please don't forget, y'all, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. About 62% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Would really appreciate the support, you guys. Goes a long way. Thank you so much for the time, you guys. Enjoy.